Okay, well, hi Aries. This is your December video. I'm going to let you know what the cards have to say for you. For those of you getting ready for the holidays or whatever your religion preference is, I just want to say happy holidays so that I don't offend anyone. But please know that I wish you all the best, and I'm hoping for a very healthy, happy, and positive new year, as well as very prosperous. So, with that being said, let's not waste too much time, and let's get started with Aries for December. Okay, Aries, it looks like currently your situation where you are concerned is you are patiently waiting. Right now, it feels that this has been going on for some time. Aries, I feel that you've also been let down in a situation, something where you had your hopes built very high for. And not through an imagination, but however, you had built your hopes up high based on somebody's behavior, based on somebody's expressions, based on intimacy that was between you and another person. I will say that, Aries, that meanwhile, as you're waiting, your partner's position, what they're doing right now, is actually a lot of messing up. They are not able to focus. Your partner is unable to get things on the right track. Your partner seems to be quite caught up, not only in themselves, but also in a situation. I feel like they've gotten in over their head in a particular category. Only you, for your specific situation, as this is a general reading, but only you will understand just what exactly your partner has gotten themselves involved in, okay? The cards are simply indicating, for instance, the Judgment card. When I get the Judgment card, that's telling me that there is a reflection going on. Maybe it's you, maybe it's your partner, trying to reflect on what's happened in a particular situation, trying to reflect on different decisions or problems that may have occurred. Maybe even trying to reflect on the answers that are needed for them to move forward. I do feel, though, that the balance between you and your partner right now is not a good balance. It's not a fair balance, okay? I do feel like something got way off a track. Now, I can say that, Aries, that I feel like your partner, although had good intentions to be with you, to spend time with you, to create things with you, I don't feel that somebody was trying to make a fool of you. I do feel, however, though, that they did, in fact, make a fool of themselves by putting themselves in a certain situation, which then has turned out for them to have problems. So, again, when I spoke of the Judgment card, okay, when I speak of the Judgment card, again, that is reflection, reckoning, and awakening, okay? I definitely feel there is an awakening coming, either for you or your partner. This awakening is going to be filled with a lot of details. This awakening is something that's going to show you pretty much the direction to go in. It's going to show you pretty much what you were unable to focus on due to the fact that you were overwhelmed with a situation. I do feel like you are going to get, like the Knight of Swords, you are going to get messages quickly. So either this person during the month of December is going to be responding to you with something very sharp or very quickly. I also feel like they have a way to communicate with you, sometimes even without words. Maybe that is eye contact, maybe it's the body language, but I do feel like you know this person well enough that you can pick up what they're trying to say without them speaking one word. So that must make sense to somebody. Okay? I am feeling also that there was, at some point in time, okay, the Three of Pentacles, which is telling me at some point in time, Aries, there was a third-party situation. Whether that third-party situation involves somebody with you and an addiction, you and another relationship, or you and that person and maybe an overwhelming amount of debt. bills. So they've had to put in extra work. Maybe some of your partners are working 2 and 3 jobs. Maybe some of your partners are not addressing the bills that they have, and they are drowning actually in a monetary state. They are definitely drowning in their monetary state. I feel like somebody is having problems, and maybe that is your partner, Aries, of making a decision where their money is concerned. There is not enough to go around. I feel like they are trying to spread it very thin. I also feel like they're trying to run from a certain responsibility or behavior that they have. Somebody may be caught up with gambling. Somebody may in fact be caught up with drinking. Again, I spoke of addictions before. But somebody is trying desperately to make a decision based on, decisions that they've made in both the present and the past. So this is speaking both of present and past. But currently, when I focus on your partner, Aries, yes, your partner still has love for you. That never stopped. Yes, your partner is grateful for you being in their life. And I feel like, they definitely felt this was meant to be. They felt you were meant to be in their life. They felt that, everything that happened between the two of you was what they had hoped for. I don't feel like they have any regrets where you're concerned. So please know, Aries, I don't feel your partner had any regrets. However, I do get the Queen of Wands. And with the Queen of Wands, we know that means courage, determination, joy. So I do feel that regardless of this outcome, Aries, you are going to, and with this female energy, you are going to find the courage. You are going to get very determined. And you will seek joy, no matter what. Yes, this situation has got you kind of down and feeling kind of ill, meaning feeling kind of sick or hurting in your stomach or your heart. You're feeling very sensitive where things are, but at the same time, I do feel like this person is meant or was meant to be in your life, because now we have the Three of Wands. So now I have a male and female card here showing me that this was not a mistake. The Three of Wands is somebody's looking ahead, looking to expand, looking for rapid growth, okay? So it feels like you're going to be able to avoid certain obstacles. You're going to be able to avoid the delays of waiting and waiting and waiting. I feel like the frustration will be gone. So, three of Wands, and then you, like I said, you had another Queen of Wands as well. So when you have the two together, you have both of your energies, male and female. So whoever I'm talking to, male or female, the energies were there. Something was supposed to happen. This was fated. This could not be going around the bush. You couldn't have missed it. You couldn't have put a roadblock up. You couldn't have avoided this, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you, Aries. You could not have avoided this. But Aries, in this Lover's card, and I got this, very strong. And the Lover's card telling me that, there is so much more yet to be desired. With the Lovers, the partnership, the duality, the union, okay? There was a loss of balance previously, yes, because when this card is reversed, it speaks of loss of balance. It speaks of one-sidedness. It speaks of disharmony. But all of that is beginning to change. Yes, your partner is still going through whatever lessons they needed to learn. And sometimes they had to learn those lessons without you being with them, without you being part of their life. Because you're the type of person, Aries, and you can't tell me that you're not. You're the type of person who wants to go in and fix things for them. If you're doing all the fixing all the time, whether it's helping them out financially, helping them out emotionally, filling out paperwork for them, doing certain things for them, doing their income taxes, whatever, you can't always fix what they need to fix. They need to fix it, Aries, because they need to learn the lesson. And if you fix it, they're not learning any lesson at all. So that is an enabler, right? Do not enable your partner. Allow them to stand up for themselves and be the person whom they're supposed to be. I also feel like there is a lot of need for Aries to either defend themselves or protect themselves. I do feel like there was many things that came as a challenge to you. It does feel like there could have been obstacles that were unable to be avoided. When I get that card, I get the Queen of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords, that is telling me that there is complexity, there is perceptiveness, clear-mindedness, okay? Quite the opposite of what it would have meant this way, meaning cold-hearted, cruel, and bitter, okay? So you've had the upright, so you've had complexity, you've had perceptiveness, you've had very clear mind trying to figure out what was going on. Your perception was, maybe it was deep, but it was definitely clear, okay? Things were complex, yes, aren't they always when it comes to a relationship? But yes, your partner had a lot of complexities going on in their relationships, in their situation that you were dealing with them from the beginning. But here's the thing, Aries. You knew what you were dealing with from the beginning. You knew they had issues. You knew they had something else going on. And I think you even knew a little bit that your partner could have chose to go the other way. I think you know that there was always a risk involved, and that was your biggest fear, Aries, that there was a risk involved of losing somebody who you truly felt heart deep for. You shared a lot of different things and a lot of details with them. You opened up more, Aries, than you normally would to anybody. So, be aware of that. Be aware of that. And it is taken upon the universe now and the divine to try to guide and direct you on what is going to be the right course for you. Okay? When I get the Knight of Cups, you're following your heart. You are an idealist. Okay? There is definitely romance all about you, but in your own way. But your partner understood that, and your partner knew that, and you too understood the way they handled themselves, trying to express and show you the love they have for you. Okay, you understood it, what it meant when they hollered, when they yelled, when they griped, when they moaned. But you knew what they really meant underneath of that. You didn't just read the words or hear the words, you read beyond the words. You heard behind the words. You guys, Aries, use your intuition with your third eye wide open. Your eyes are wide open. So again, the Knight of Cups standing for following the heart. And that's exactly what you did, Aries. But that doesn't mean you have to take it as a pain. It doesn't mean you have to take this as a unfortunate situation. Okay? It's definitely supposed to be more of a blessing to you, not so much of a burden. Okay? We don't want a burden around you. All right? That's why I definitely feel there's a lot of changes coming for Aries, especially in the month of December. Now, Two of Cups comes up. Two of Cups. That's unity, partnership, connection. So could this be with your current partner or your most recent ex-partner? Or would this be somebody new that you are hesitant about taking on? Somebody that you're just shaking your head like, oh, I'm good right now. I'm just not going to get involved. You're going to continue to protect yourself from fear of getting hurt. But yet, you'll sit alone and you'll hurt that way. So, might as well have a reason if you're going to get hurt. Might as well take a risk. Might as well enjoy someone else's company. Might as well not try to be home alone and just work yourself to death all through Christmas. Why not share this time coming up with someone? Get to know them better. Before you put your heart into it, before you become intimate with them, learn more about them. Okay, because again, if the Two of Cups was reversed, that would speak of the imbalance. That would speak of the broken communication. And that's what has happened in the past. Okay, a lot of tension, a lot of stress, a lot of unbelievable experiences that you had to deal with, or lessons, because of your partner. But here we are with the Two of Cups upright. That's nothing but unity and partnership. So yes, this could be a friend coming to help you to get through certain situations, to get through certain heartaches, to help build your confidence back up where it needs to be, to help you to try to forget the pain and suffering that you had felt during this time. But I do feel, and I want to pick a card for your partner, I do feel there is definitely love coming. There is something on the horizon. It is not going to be left unsaid. Something is not going to be left unsaid. I do feel like there is going to be a way that something's going to be heard. Whether they say it physically or emotionally it comes out, or you read it. And the card that I get for your partner is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is definitely upright. Okay. It is intuitive. It has a lot of different feelings and energies around. Yes, is it normally in a female? Yes, but I'm not reading it as that. It can be male or female that I'm reading for. But I do get that when you encounter this particular person, you will see the two pillars, the B and the J, right? You see that, and at the same time, when you're looking at Solomon's temple, okay, because that's exactly what's here, you got Jacob and you got Bose, okay, as you know, that particular pillar. But what I want you to understand is that these pillars also, in reference to the duality of nature, masculine and feminine, good and evil, okay, one and the other, negative and positive, okay. So whichever way, you know what I mean? You know, Jacob is the right. It's generally referred to as the pillar of establishments, okay? And then Bose is on the left. And Bose is usually the pillar of strength, okay? So that's what we're looking at here. But what I want you to understand is even more deeply is that, yes, there is strength, there is hope, okay? There is good and there is evil, and that is in everything, all right? But between these two, it is definitely suggesting about the responsibility to serve as a mediator, okay? And that's going to be like a mediator between, she's sitting there to mediate between the two, between the good and the bad, between the positive and the negative, okay? You'll also notice that she's wearing a crown of Isis, which can mean that she's a believer in magic. So maybe the person that you're talking to, maybe they believe in magic. Maybe somebody believes in prayers. Maybe somebody believes in lighting candles. Maybe somebody believes in carving your name in on a candle and burning it with your partner's name. Now, this is definitely could be involved with an earth sign. Okay, this card could also represent that you are involved with an earth sign. Why do I say that? Okay, because of the solar cross that she wears. That denotes that she's connected to the season. Okay, the season of the earth. So that's exactly what that's saying. The crescent moon at her feet. That's seen as many depictions of the Virgin Mary. Okay, it means that she has a complete grasp over her emotions. So she's completely in control of her emotions. And I think that's where you're at right now, Aries. You are trying to get complete control of your emotions, okay? I do feel that there is a lot of ambition around, okay? There is definitely a lot of opportunity here. I also feel that with the meaning of the High Priestess is related to your inner knowledge, okay? Your inner experiences that you've been through. I do feel like you're able to hear and listen to your intuition. You are very gifted that way. You help other people with this, Aries. But when it's time for you to help yourself, you freeze. You feel stuck. But you are very good at prioritizing your intellect. You are very good using your subconscious mind. Okay? When the High Priestess shows up, it can speak of a archetype known as the Divine Feminine, true. The mysterious female, okay, that understands and holds the answers deep. Okay, deep unknowns, okay, that have to do with self-nurturing, maybe their religion. Okay, somebody who represents someone that is very intuitive. So if this is you, Aries, which I feel it really is, because many of you, Aries, definitely feel, experience, and live by your intuition. Also, you do a lot of meditating, a lot of praying as well. Definitely a lot of spiritual work. No doubt about it. I definitely get that you're trying, Aries, to guard and protect something. It seems quite frightening for you. It feels like you're afraid of what's coming. You're afraid of the loss of this person in your life. You don't want to have to go on without them. But at the same time, you're not willing to accept the pain that's going to come with their deceptions, with their lies. Okay, some of you are dealing with a narcissist. Some of you are dealing with just a straight-up liar. That's all they are, period. No more, no less. Some of you are dealing with somebody who's married, and they are not yet out of that situation. So how could they possibly promise a commitment to you? And how could you allow yourself to believe that? I mean, let's own our shit too. You can't allow yourself to believe that somebody could be yours, all yours, and they haven't gotten that final decision. They haven't made that divorce happen. They've separated. They claim they've done this, done that, maybe paperwork, called a lawyer, whatever, but it's still not done. It's still not complete. You need to search within yourself to be done for the answers that you seek, because the answers are within, right here, your third eye. The answers to the questions are within, not without. They are within. Okay, so please know, Aries, that there might be a lot of confusion around you. Your actions may feel contrary to what you know is right. Maybe what you're trying to do or what you're trying to ask. But at the same time, you know, you must never, ever, ever, never be afraid to ask a question of yourself that may illuminate a new path forward to you or for you. Okay, something that will light the way. Okay, you can go within and find the answers to the questions that you need. You're going to have to dig deep. It's going to get uncomfortable. But Aries, where your partner is concerned, yes, did they love you? Yes. Yes, do they love you? Yes. Are they mad and agitated right now? Yeah, they have a lot of pressure around them. Is it all because of you? No, not at all. You can't take that responsibility. What they're going through is due to choices that they made previously, okay? That's what we're talking about. These are choices that they made previously that are causing a lot of problems for them, all right? It is something that is taken on the opposite side of the fence, let's say. And with that, I do feel that there will be challenges, of course. And we expect challenges, right? We definitely expect challenges. But it's very similar to the same card that you've gotten, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And again, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we know that the Wheel of Fortune is one of the most highly symbolic cards in this complete deck of the Rider-Waite Tarot. It is one of the most highly symbolic cards. Okay? Now, at the center of this card lies this giant wheel, right? Covered in esoteric symbols. Right? You see it. Now with that, there are different creatures that surround that wheel, right? The angel, the eagle, the bull, and the lion. They are related to 4 fixed signs in the zodiac: Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. These 4 animals also represent for the 4 evangelists, Christian traditions, which is perhaps the reason that they are all adorned with wings. All right? So now that you see that, okay, I don't know if you knew that, but you can always look that up and see that that's true. So here's the thing. Wisdom and self-understanding, okay? A lot of you are dealing with somebody who is worried about finances, money, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's all they hear. Okay, it's similar to the snake. The snake always indicates the act of descending into the material world, okay? It is, on the wheel itself, it rides a sphinx. And it sits at the top. And what appears to be either a devil or an Anubis himself, arising at the bottom. Okay? And I know you can see that. These 2 Egyptian figures are representatives of both wisdom of the gods and kings. They are rotating forever in a cycle. And it suggests that as one comes up, the other goes down. Okay? So this is really kind of similar to yin and yang. Okay? Same thing. So you got to understand with the Wheel of Fortune, what comes around goes around, more or less. There can be both good and bad at the same time. It happens. It's not just all good or it's not just all bad. But Aries, pay attention, okay? Things are changing, and they're changing in an uncomfortable way for you. But I guarantee you, the lessons that are going to be learned will be priceless. The results or the outcome is going to be so fulfilling, so rewarding. And you're going to first think, how am I going to get through this terrible, hard, tough situation? And then once you're finally through it and you reach the destination you should, man, you're going to smile and you're going to be like, you know what? It was worth it. I'd do it again just to get to this point where I'm at right now. Because you do have love coming. Is it the partner that you're expecting? For some of you, maybe not. For some of you, it very possibly could be. It is fated, and fated can't be changed by me or any other reader. Even by you. Fated cannot be changed. Fated must follow through. It must play out, one way or the other. So the question is to find out, and the universe doesn't want me to pass that on. They want you to figure it out, learn your lesson along the way, to understand and to learn what is fated and what is not. Why something gets fated, why other things don't. That is going to come. All right? But please know, when you are in a bad situation, things will eventually become better. That I can promise you. So with that being said, Aries, this is your December.